I meditated for an hour a day for 7 days, and here's what happened. Have you ever wondered what would happen if you pushed your meditation practice to the limit? Well, I did, and I decided to find out. It all began during a flight, a place where I usually can't sit still. But on this day, I decided to challenge myself. I opened my Wakingup Meditation app and queued up an hour-long meditation. You see, I've been meditating for 20 minutes daily for the past 5 years. This is an essential part of my morning routine. Because of this, I can drop into the meditation zone fairly quickly on most days. But staying there, well, this is something I haven't tested, at least to this degree. So on the plane, I was able to drop right in. But the expanded session enabled me to go a bit deeper. If I had to describe the experience in metaphoric terms, I zoomed out of my life. I just kind of let go of it all. I looked down from 100,000 feet, and the problems that I believed were insurmountable were insignificant. The challenges, they just didn't look so challenging from so far away. I was also able to notice at such a fine degree how my consciousness was pulled in one direction or another based on what my senses were picking up. For example, I heard someone's iPhone alarm go off, and because I was paying super close attention, I could feel my mind and body and the expectations turn to that state when I wake up in the morning, because that is the alarm sound that wakes me up each morning. It was subtle, but it was there. Each cough, each sound, each movement of the plane produced a reaction that normally would be just below the surface. I was just suddenly aware. I hadn't had this type of experience with meditation in a long time, and it was exhilarating. I was able to really find peace of mind. Before I knew it, the meditation app announced the meditation was over. It had been an hour. Wow, it had seemed like mere minutes. As I opened my eyes, my vision was clearer. My heart rate was lower. I could feel myself vibrating at a much higher level. I was calm. I was open and peaceful. I was truly shocked at the experience because, as I said, I meditate daily. Did the extra time cause this profound experience? And what would happen if I did a longer meditation more regularly? Well, that's what I intended to find out. On the first day, I woke up feeling a bit sore and a bit anxious. I knew it was a bit longer of a session coming at me, and part of me felt rushed to get through it. So I sat with that feeling and I meditated. My mantra was just to let it go, to not grasp, to not hold on, but to be free and buoyant, light. The experience was quite different from the one on the plane just the day before. It was emotional in a very different way. If I were to try to explain it, I would say it was a feeling of sadness for the way I've treated myself. A sudden just awareness that even though I'd done some work, that was still there just below the surface. I was sort of punishing myself for certain things. This was a complicated awareness because I've done a lot of work to release some of this behavior. But what I found was that it was still there, working subtly. Again, this is the summation of the emotion. But a deep and profound realization was that I was not caring for myself as well as I should. And the next couple of sessions were just as different as the second session. However, they were similar, and they brought a larger awareness to certain aspects of my consciousness. I became clear on things like where I was acting from fear and where I was neglecting and not nurturing. In general, my awareness was simply expanded. Now, to be quite honest, it wasn't all comfortable. In fact, some of what I found were things I'd rather not be aware of. However, I rationalized that becoming clear now versus not acknowledging them would just inflame them and make them more to deal with later on. Now, I also wanted to track some vitals for this experiment using the week before I meditated daily for an hour as a baseline. But the meditation week, I also got an infection in my arm and that kind of messed up my vitals. But there was one significant change. My average resting heart rate for the meditation week was about 1.5 beats per minute less than the week prior. Now, this may not seem significant, but if you consider that I sort of had a fever, the infection was messing with my sleep and recovery, and my body temperature was kind of out of whack, it still lowered my heart rate, even as I saw it increase in other metrics. And I think that's pretty awesome. Though I meditate daily for 20 minutes, meditating for an hour a day is a profound experience. My mind and body are that much more still. But it's not that simple. When I did react to things externally, it felt almost worse because I was functioning from a much calmer baseline. This and other awarenesses made the experience a bit more uncomfortable. However, in my mind, necessary. Though I've gone back to 20 minutes a day for the most part, I have done a few 30 to 45 minute meditations to deepen the experience. I felt called to return to that deeper level of meditation. If you want to supercharge your awareness, meditating for an extended period each day is just the way to do that. Thanks for watching. If the video is valuable for you, like, subscribe, and until next time, keep rising and keep thriving. I'm Ryan. All the best.